I'm making this video because I want to explore different airports around the world. The reason is I noticed some interesting little facts if you're a aviation geek. So what I did is I grabbed a list of airports around the world that it's ranked by passenger volume annual for 2019 from number 1 all the way to number 18, and I also add a couple other airports on my own. And let me see, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way until 18, and then 21, 35, and then 36, 37. Yeah, okay. These airports at the bottom are not ranked in sequence. I just added a couple airport for my own sake. I grabbed this from Wikipedia. Remember, I made this video a couple months ago, and then now is December 1st, 2020, and I made this Excel sheet back in June 24th, 2020. So anyway, okay. So once I get the passenger volume for 2019 ranked downwards like this, see, it's not really at the bottom. It's not really ranked by volume anymore. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Afterwards, I went to Wikipedia and grabbed all the airports number of runways plus their length in total, or not in total, each runway length in terms of meters. And I listed all across the tab here. Los Angeles, I think it's the Los Angeles International. Beijing is the Beijing National, not the new Daxing or Daxing, the old national capital, the capital airport. Guangzhou, Amsterdam, blah blah blah. So it does. So once I get all the data, I come down here and then I list all the airports and then the number of runways. For example, Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 runways. O'Hare has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 runways. And then I add all the total length in terms of meter and add them out across, and then total, I tell you right here. Okay. So in terms of number of runway, O'Hare is obviously number 1. Dallas Fort Worth is second on this. It has 7 runways. And then in terms of total length, largest is Dallas Fort Worth. See, look at this. Dallas Fort Worth has 7 runways, but the total length is more than O'Hare, even though O'Hare has 8 runways. Okay. Anyway, so once I get the total length, I go back to the airports and then I divide the numbers of passengers for 2019 in terms of volume by the total length of the runways, and I get these numbers. So that's number of passenger volume per meter of runway for 2019. It gave me a normalized density and try to figure out which airport is the busiest, because in terms of density, passenger volume per meter. And I made the following observation. 1. City with a large metropolitan population may not have a large airport in terms of total runway capacity. Cause, being a hub, cargo center, dual civilian or military use, etc. Now, I'm talking about the Beijing capital airport, not the new Daxing, because obviously Beijing has like 24 million people in and around the metropolitan area. And obviously the Beijing government or the Chinese Communist government figure out that the airport is just too small. They need to add another airport. So I'm not counting the new Daxing airport here. Beijing has 24 million people. Detroit only has 4.3 million people. But if you look at the total runway capacity, you go back here. Detroit has 17,591 meters. This is Detroit metropolitan. Beijing has 11,065. So Beijing total runway length is less than Detroit, even though Beijing has 24 million people, and Detroit only have 4.292 million people. Okay, that's one. Second, airport with a small capacity in terms of total runway length may not have a small passenger volume. Case in point, London Heathrow versus Washington D.C. Dallas. London Heathrow. Who is London Heathrow? London Heathrow only have 2 runways. Total length 7,562. But Dallas has 4 runways that I know of. They probably add another one. But anyway, Dallas has 4. And then it has 13,076. So almost twice the total length versus the London Heathrow. Okay, twice the London Heathrow only has 7,562. And you go back here and look at it. London Heathrow carried like this much passenger in 2019. But Dallas Airport, Washington D.C. only carried this much. 224A, and then 24, and then London is like 80A. So passenger volume per meters of runway, if I do it by ranking, largest or smallest. London Heathrow ranked number 1, and Washington D.C. way down the bottom. What? So this tells me London Heathrow is overloaded. I really pity those people who work at London Heathrow, the air traffic controllers. They must be super busy versus the people who work at the control tower in Dallas. I mean, look at this. Dallas is like so relaxing. You got so little passenger volume, but you got tons of total length in terms of runways. Okay? So that's my second observation. Third, airport that has small passenger annual volume per meter total runway could have reasons such as being a cargo center, dual civilian military use, political motivation, large private jet market, etc. So I do not know if those passenger volumes I graph on Wikipedia, does it include private jet? I don't know if this include private jet passenger volumes. So I don't know. But Dallas, Washington D.C. Dallas is a typical example. It has so much capacity, but it has so little passenger volume. What's up with that? It's like so severely underutilized. No wonder every time I go to Washington Dallas Airport, I walk in there, it's like, wow, so relaxing. It's like the airport is almost like, I don't know, 60% full, unless you go to the other terminal. But I remember I went to London Heathrow. The place is jam-packed. The airport is all in jam-packed. So anyway, that's my third observation. Fourth, airport with the most amount of runway may not necessarily have the largest total runway capacity. I already talked about this. Denver versus O'Hare. So I already talked about O'Hare has 8 runways, but its total length is less than Denver International. Where is Denver? Yeah, Denver is here. Wait a minute, that's interesting. Denver only has 6 runways, but it had 23,000 meters of runway length versus O'Hare only had 22,000, even though O'Hare has 8 runways. So that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. Thank you.